Sherrone Moore fired this week as the University of Michigan's head football coach. He was in court today. He's now charged with 3 crimes. News 8's Tessa Kresh has the details on this afternoon's arraignment. Tessa.
That's right. 39-year-old Sherrone Moore was formally arraigned at 1, facing felony third-degree home invasion, stalking, and breaking and entering. Home invasion comes with a potential penalty of a $2,000 fine and up to 5 years in prison. The punishment for stalking includes up to 1 year in jail and a $1,000 fine. And breaking and entering includes a $500 fine and 90 days in jail. Moore appeared by video conference in a Washtenaw County courtroom. Prosecutors told the court Moore and the victim in this case had been in a years-long relationship and that she ended it on Monday. They say that after the breakup, Moore sent numerous calls and texts she didn't want and that she reached out to the university for help. The university fired him Wednesday for what it called an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. Prosecutors say after that firing, Moore went to the woman's apartment south of Ann Arbor and forced his way inside. The prosecutor described what he did next.
Immediately then proceeded to a kitchen drawer, grabbed several butter knives and a pair of kitchen scissors and began to threaten his own life. I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to make you watch. My blood is on your hands. You ruined my life.
Prosecutors say the woman told him she would call police and he left. He was arrested shortly after, taken for a mental health evaluation and booked into the Washtenaw County Jail. His defense attorney said there is no evidence Moore is a threat. The judge set bond at $25,000. Moore must wear a GPS tether and continue mental health treatment. A probable cause conference is scheduled for January 22nd. Stay with us at 5 and 6 to hear from his lawyer.
All right, thank you, Tessa. And Moore's court appearance today and this entire story is spotlighting the issue of domestic violence in the presence of power dynamics that can often make an already bad situation worse. News 8's Adriana Doria spoke to Safe Haven Ministries about these complications and the trends they are seeing nationally. Adriana?
Yeah, Amber, Safe Haven Ministries CEO Rachel Verwey says that domestic violence and abuse in itself is the misuse of power and control. She says it's not just physical abuse, but it can present itself as emotional, financial, or even cultural abuse. In this circumstance, prosecutors allege Moore and the victim had broken up, but after Moore was fired, he went to the victim's home and said that she had ruined his life. The prosecutor even goes on to say that he, quote, terrorized the victim. Verwey says that when there is a difference of power in the relationship, there can be a level of intimidation or gaslighting at play that makes sharing their stories for victims and coming forward that much harder. Verwey saying that in every circumstance of domestic violence or abuse, it's important to believe survivors and victims and not jump to conclusions.
We as a culture have seen high-profile cases of the misuse of power and control in abusive intimate partner relationships play out time and time again. I think it's important for us to say that we do believe survivors and that there are places in every community that you can turn to find help.
Verwey added that many times victims and survivors face multiple barriers to sharing their story and that we as a community need to be committed to ensuring a culture of safety both in the workplace and out.